In the latest development related to the controversy surrounding the Gyanvapi Mosque and Kashi Vishwanath Temple in UP, the Supreme Court has ordered authorities to secure the area where a shivling was claimed to have been found, without impeding the rights of Muslims to access and offer namaz at the mosque. The Apex Court has also listed the matter to be next heard on May 19th. But what is this controversy that has been hogging such limelight? How and why is a lesser known law, that is the Places of Worship Act 1991, gaining much traction in the latest sticking point between religions? In this video, we will try to break all these down for you in very lucid and short terms. This controversy is about 31 years old and is about a 353-year-old shrine that lies in the heart of the Varanasi city. The Gyanvapi Mosque shares a boundary wall with the Kashi Vishwanath Temple, and both are contiguous to each other. As of today, the temple and the mosque are adjacent to each other, but they have their entry and exit points in different directions. Historians says the current structure of the Kashi Vishwanath Temple was built on the adjacent side of the mosque in 1780 by Maratha ruler Ahilyabai Holkar of Indore. They say this temple had suffered repeated demolitions by Muslim invaders, including Muhammad Ghori and Sikandar Lodi, between 1194 AD and 1669 AD. But parts of its western wall on the mosque corroborates its existence. So, point number 1. Why is it called Gyanvapi Mosque? It doesn't fit with the Islamic nomenclature and is not in keeping with the usual way Islamic architectures are named. The answer to this curiosity is this: it is named after a well in the boundaries of the mosque, that is the Gyanvapi well, or the well of knowledge. According to Hindus, the shivlings of the Kashi Vishwanath Temple was hidden in this well when the original Kashi Vishwanath Temple was said to be destroyed by Aurangzeb in the year 1669. Thus, the mosque, which was constructed after demolishing the temple, came to be known as the Gyanvapi Mosque. Point number 2. When did this controversy start and what is the background? Well, the seeds for this were sown in 1984 when around 558 Hindus gathered in Delhi for the first religious parliament. They decided on a nationwide call for Hindus to lay claim to the holy shrines situated in Varanasi, Mathura and Ayodhya. This movement gained strength after the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid dispute in 1990. While the original call was to lay claim on around 3,000 mosques in the places just mentioned, the Hindu religious groups focused on two mosques: Shahi Eidgah Mosque adjacent to Lord Krishna Temple in Mathura, Gyanvapi Mosque adjacent to Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi. Now, a little background about this. In 1991, a petition was first filed by an advocate named Vijay Shankar Rastogi on behalf of the main deity of the temple, Swayambhu Jyotirlinga Bhagwan Vishweshwar. In his petition, he claimed that the temple was constructed by Maharaja Vikramaditya about 2050 years ago, where the present-day mosque stands. He demanded that the Gyanvapi Mosque be removed from the site and the possession of the entire piece of land must be given to Hindus and the right to worship inside the mosque. Furthermore, the petitioner contended that the Places of Worship Special Provision Act 1991 was not applicable in the Gyanvapi Mosque case as it was built over a partly demolished temple. Between 1997-98, a lot of things were said and done, and finally the matter remained in cold storage for 22 years. In 2019, when the Supreme Court verdict in the Babri Masjid Ram Janmabhoomi title dispute of Ayodhya came, the Gyanvapi case was revived in December that year. In the same year, petitioners demanded that an archaeological survey of the entire Gyanvapi Mosque complex should be carried out. On 9 September 2021, the Allahabad High Court stayed the archaeological survey by the ASI in Gyanvapi complex. This brings us to point number 3. When did the recent controversy start? The issue was renewed in April 2021 when 5 women, all members of Vishwa Vedic Sanatan Sangh, requested the court to allow year-long worship of the idols of Ma Shingar Gauri, Lord Ganesha, Lord Hanuman and Nandi at the shrine located behind the western wall of the mosque complex. Currently, devotees are allowed to worship Shingar Gauri only on the 4th day of the auspicious Hindu month of Chaitra Navratri. The petitioners had also appealed to the court to allow them to worship other visible and invisible deities within the old temple complex. Following this, 1 year later, that is on April 26, 2022, a Varanasi civil judge ordered a survey and videographed by the Advocate Commissioner at the mosque complex to ascertain the existence of remains of the old temple in the Gyan Vapi mosque complex. This order was challenged by Uttar Pradesh Sunni Central Waqf Board and the Mosque Committee. The Allahabad High Court declined to intervene in the survey, thus paving the way for petitioners to move to the Supreme Court. Now, these developments have put spotlight on a lesser-known act that has become a major bone of contention between the parties at dispute. The Act, the Places of Worship Special Provision Act 1991. One party claimed the videography doesn't violate its any provisions, while the other claimed this act does not come into play at all in this issue. So, what is this Place of Worship Special Provisions Act in 1991 and how does it figure in the scene? This act was brought at a time when during the 1990s temple movement was at its peak. The act in simple terms said that the orientation of all religious places will remain the same as they used to be on 15th August 1947. The most important provisions are Section 3 and 4 of this act. Section 3 essentially bars the conversion of places of worship, whether it be for the same religious denomination or for its conversion into any different religion altogether. Section 4 prohibits any suits to be filed before any tribunal or court regarding this. The Act, however, has certain exemptions which are contained in Section 5, by the virtue of which it did not apply to Ram Janmabhoomi and Babri Masjid issue, due to which the court were able to rule on this dispute. Interestingly, there are 2 petitions pending in the Supreme Court that have already challenged the validity of this act, claiming it violates the secular credentials of our country and which goes against the basic structure doctrine. So, these were all crucial informations related to the controversy surrounding the Gyan Vapi Mosque and the Kashi Vishwanath Temple. With this, we hope you would have understood the crux of the matter without going into any legal whirlwind.